the ISO 9650 compliance with Autodesk DocS. So this has been a long-awaited addition, and it says for Autodesk DocS, project admins can click in Settings in the File tool and then Naming Standards to get the Naming Standard Builder. For a BIM 360 DocS project, admins can navigate to the Project Admin module, select Services and click on the Document Management and then the Naming Standard. So not only can you apply the naming standard to your construction cloud projects, but you can also apply it to your BIM 360 project, so it's retrospectively upgradable. And then you've got the preview naming the standards. The preview naming standard will update if changes are made to the convention or related attributes. And then on this page, project admins can choose to customize the naming standards, enforce the naming standard on folders and subfolders, and enable or disable the holding area. And that's it. So the admin side of it is all controlled in a single area, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show that to you in a demonstration. And so the naming standard cannot be edited once there are files in the folders. That will be enforced. And then after choosing to customize the naming standard, project admins can reorder, remove or add naming convention attributes. And then project admins can customize the type, text field, drop-down list or date, character type, alphanumeric or text, required characters, range length, fixed length or no requirement. Project admins can also change the delimiter between hyphen, underscore or point, and they can also choose to add or remove customized related attributes. So there are two aspects. The top half of the environment, they're the mandatory ones, and the bottom half of the environment, they're the optional ones. And I'll, as I say, explain more of this when I do my demonstration. And this is the naming convention. So when you upload a file and it doesn't conform to the naming convention, it puts it in the holding area, the validated holding area, which then allows you then to change the name of it before importing it into the environment. And then a nice feature that's been added to AutoCAD is that not only can you get all the layouts and print them to PDF, but once they are printed to PDF, it allows you to publish them into the Autodesk DocS environment, and if they don't conform to the naming convention, you are forced to make sure that they do before they're uploaded. So that's a process I will show you as well. So let's switch now back into my Autodesk DocS environment, and we'll look at the naming convention itself. So what you would do is to go into the settings, and there you are, there's your naming standard. Any attributes that you've generated, they can be added to the naming standards as well. So if I had an extra attribute, say for example I wanted to create one for phase, I can create an attribute, say it's going to be called phase, and it can be a drop-down list or it can be a number. So let's say it's a drop-down list, and I add my values in. So the first phase is 001, 002, 003, and 004. There we go. And we just create that. So now we can go to the naming standard, and what this allows us to do when we go to customize is we can firstly go into project, and then with any one that we go into, so what that's looking for are between 2 and 6 characters, and then originator, and you'll see that there are a number of different originators. and then volumes, so it tells you what volumes there are. Levels, there are a number of different levels that have been added, and we can add to that list if we want to. Then we've got type, all the different types. There are a number of them. And then role, so once again, all the different disciplines. And then the number, finally the project number. And what we can then do, if I want to add in my own, I can click on add, and it's saying I can't add any more attributes because I've already set the system up. But if it was a new one, I could click on add and add that in. But I'm quite happy with what I've got so far. So what we can then do is to say I'm happy with that, and what we're going to do now is to say which folders that we want to add this to. And all that happens is you get a project list, and we can choose some folders. So you can see that the ones with the ticks on them are the ones that the folders that they've been applied to. So I expand these, and you can see that there are a number of folders that have had the standard applied to them. What you could do, just very quickly, is if I was to create one, so if I go back to my files, and in my shared, I'll create a new folder. Call that PDF. And that's where we'll upload our files to. Okay. And you see, because the overall folder has the naming convention, all the subfolders also have it. Okay. So we're all set to go. So what we can do is go to PDF, and we can find a file to upload. So go to upload from my computer, and let's go and find a file. So I've got a few PDFs in here. Let's just take a couple. And immediately we go straight into the holding area because it doesn't conform. So we'll say that we need to put what the project is. So it's CL 00201. And it goes blue to say it conforms. Then we go to the originator, which is me, and system. Level location, we'll say it's on level 0. Type, it is a drawing. Role, we'll say it's architectural, and then you give it a number. So 1001. And then these are the optional ones, so I can choose a status, we'll say it's S0, and I can put a revision in there and choose a classification from the list if I want to. But we won't do that. And the same thing goes for this one. So same project name. Same originator. Same phase. We'll say that's on level 1. It's yes, it's another drawing, and it's architectural as well. And this one is going to be 1002, and we'll say it's the same status. So once you've done that, all you need to do is click Upload to Folder, and that's what happens to them. So they're uploaded. So you can see the process is relatively simple. You're guided by the standard to fill in the information correctly, and it will instruct you if you haven't filled it in correctly. So they're both uploaded, that's great. And that's using the standard.